The sinfulness of all revolt or armed violence against human authority is the theme of Romans 13, 1-7. There, Paul requires submission and subordination even to the imperial Roman authorities. He does not require us always to obey them, but he does require Roman citizens always to submit to them and never to engage in armed revolt against them. The right to disobey, and this is the practical principle that comes out of it, may not be made the pretext for violent revolt. Peter's statement in Acts 5:29 was not the opening statement in a Christian manifesto justifying armed revolt or insurrection against the Sanhedrin. If it were, this would have been to make Christ and Christianity exactly that for which Jesus was falsely accused. It would have been to remake Jesus, the Messiah, into a rigid revolutionary, exactly like Barabbas. If the civil authority commands us to sin, we must disobey. However, in situations where what they're commanding is not so much commanding a sin, but transgressing their jurisdictional boundaries, I think the right way to put it is that we may obey. We may disobey, but we may also obey. And I think in that kind of jurisdictional situation, there may be occasions where, while we would have no obligation to obey them because they're transgressing jurisdictional boundaries, that we may choose to obey them for any number of reasons. So, commanded to sin, must disobey. A government transgressing its jurisdictions may disobey, but not must disobey. Well, yeah, if the Attorney General is bringing a suit in Kentucky, and he is, as you pointed out, against the governor for some of the excesses of the executive order and the enforcement of that order, I think that that Christians are allowed to, through that means, appeal. And if the governor is actually violating the laws of his office, because we don't live in a totalitarian society, we do have constitutions and laws, then we're at liberty, particularly if the courts rule in the favor of the Attorney General, to disobey those laws, unquestionably.